Nazi-Schweine raus aus den Kiezen!
Nazi pigs get out of our neighbourhoods, they shout. However hard it tries, Germany can never completely escape its past, and in this election it's not trying very hard. Amongst the cement canyons of formerly communist East Berlin, demonstrators from a loose anti-fascist alliance are converging on a rally organised by the far-right AfD, the people they call fascists. The police presence is an indication of potential trouble. The AfD is a case of history not quite repeating itself, but rhyming bizarrely. Their leader, Alice Weidel, is a proud lesbian married to her Sri Lankan-born wife. But their politics are virulently anti-woke, anti-immigration, and yes, pro-Russian. The big novelty, though, is that their politics rhyme perfectly with the noise coming out of the US. Spend a moment with one of their leaders, Beatrix von Storch, the Duchess of Oldenburg, a German aristocrat turned nationalist firebrand who speaks fluent Trump.
There's a huge campaign against us, a huge one. But we've seen in the United States, I think the worst and biggest campaign against the running presidential candidate. That was the last one we have seen against Donald Trump. And as we all know, thanks to God, he won.
Every AfD rally ends with the German national anthem. No other party does this. They don't include the banned verse Deutschland über alles, so they've come up with this.
Alles für Deutschland. Alles für Deutschland.
The party anthem, Alles für Deutschland, an ironic twist if you like, brought to you by a crooner whose extreme politics have alarmed the authorities.
Ist sie das?
Björn Banana, real name Winter, is unlikely to win the Eurovision Song Contest, but he is a household name in AfD households. We're 2 hours drive away from the capital in Cottbus, a town that could be anywhere in Germany these days, stretched between far right and far left, losing faith in the traditional ruling parties to fix things. The mood here is more Wurst than Wehrmacht, but the homely feel doesn't hide the grievances. Like Trump voters, many of them are angry young men, especially angry about immigration, justified by the roll call of recent Islamist terror attacks.
Aschaffenburg, Magdeburg, Berlin, überall, wo
Also
irgendwas
die ganzen
passiert.
Attacken, ja.
Genau, und das finden wir
Ja.
Deswegen werden wir auf die... Und natürlich auch wegen anderen Dingen so...
Aber das ist ja nur eine winzige Minderheit der Leute, die...
Ja, aber ist doch egal, das ist trotzdem tut uns weh.
But the anger has spilled over into a laundry list of grievances. Wieso AfD?
Weil die alles unterstützen, was wir als Bürger und Bürgerinnen haben wollen. Und die anderen Parteien sind alles nur Rotz und Müll.
Was wollt ihr denn haben als Bürger?
Wir wollen mehr Sicherheit in unserem Land haben, mehr für die Schulen. Ja. Und das ganze Geld, was wir hier erarbeiten, hier zu lassen und in andere Länder. Das interessiert uns die Ukraine, Israel oder sonst was. Das ist nicht unser Land.
Another issue is Russia. They're fans and here too they agree with Trump.
Das Geld ist verschossen und die Toten, die da fallen, fallen umsonst.
René Springer used to be a soldier and a social democrat. Now he's one of the AfD's rising stars.
We were supporting the idea of peace negotiations in order to avoid killing people as it happened in the aftermath.
But peace negotiations with Vladimir Putin, who is a dictator, who invaded a sovereign country, Ukraine, is that a peace negotiation or is that capitulation?
I think countries are guided by interests, and the interest of Putin was to have a Ukraine without NATO membership. This was the red line, he said, and I think it's smart to accept red lines.
Let them free to be.
At the same time, in the neighbouring square, we meet the anti-fascist left, not holding back against their opponents.
I think the system is too small. They have such a small horizon and don't love people. I think they hate people.
But to call them Nazis is a very strong accusation, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. But it feels for me like they are swimming in the old regime
Water,
things.
yeah.
Yeah, in the water. Yeah.
Of the old regime, of the
Yes,
Nazi era.
yes, absolutely.
Down the walls,
Oddly, in the upside-down world of today, far left, far right and Trump all agree on Ukraine. And then there's this warning from history. Those who fall asleep in a democracy wake up in a dictatorship. Now, the celebrations were also triumphant down the road at the AfD headquarters as the exit poll predicted the party's best ever performance, winning second place and the backing of 1 in 5 German voters. Let's have a quick listen to what their leader, Alice Weidel, had to say.
We have achieved a historic result. We have never been stronger in the federal government. We have become the second strongest force as alternative for Germany, and we have now firmly established ourselves as a People's Party.
Well, with me now here is David McAllister, German member of the European Parliament for the CDU. Welcome back to the programme, David. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Tell us about Friedrich Merz. What does the British public need to know about Friedrich Merz, the next German Chancellor?
Well, tonight is a great success for Friedrich Merz and the entire CDU and CSU. Friedrich Merz has the mandate to form the next German government.
But what's he like?
And he will be the next Chancellor. I know Friedrich Merz for many, many years. Yeah. He's an experienced politician, successful businessman. He's been in European politics, he's been in national politics, and he will be a very good Chancellor and also be very much in favour of strengthening our friendship and partnership with the United Kingdom.
But what about the United States? Because I saw him just the other day on the stage not far from here saying that he's worried about America sliding into authoritarian rule, that democracy in the United States might be finished. How is he going to get on with Donald Trump?
Like many countries in Europe, we in Germany are concerned about some developments in Washington. We strongly believe in a transatlantic alliance. We believe that the Americans guarantee our security and our freedom in Europe. But we have seen some very strange reactions, some strange developments in Washington, and Friedrich Merz was very outspoken. We will negotiate, we will talk to our American partners at eye level, but one thing is also clear, we will have to do more for our own security and defense in Europe, and this will also include the United Kingdom.
So, as he said just now, in that building behind us a few minutes ago, the real work begins tonight, and that is trying to form a coalition. What will that depend on, and who do you think might actually end up governing this country?
Well, in the moment, we don't even know what the exact composition of the German Bundestag will look like because two parties are polling at around 5%.
Which is the hurdle, right?
And that is the threshold. Yeah. So we will probably only know by tomorrow morning what possible options there are. One thing is clear, the CDU-CSU wants a stable government in Germany which is capable of taking action and restoring confidence in Germany because the last 3 years were not very good for Germany at all.
So the most obvious solution, the simplest in many ways, is for you to go back into government in coalition with the now defeated and humiliated Social Democrats. Will they even do that with you? I mean, this is, not good news for them.
We will form a coalition government with the party where we can implement as much as possible of our own manifesto, because the Germans have not only voted for a change of government. This was tonight about a change of policy. They want a fundamental change in Berlin, and we will look at those options we have to actually deliver on this change.
Those demonstrators behind us are shouting, this is a shift to the right. Is it?
Well, as happy as I am that we are by far the strongest political party, I am saddened that the AfD got around about 20%. 20% for a right-extreme party is far too much. The AfD is pro-Putin, against the European Union, against NATO, and I'm very happy that my party has ruled out any kind of coalition or cooperation with these people.
So you will never do business with the AfD, as you tried to do, or Merz tried to do just a few weeks ago?
We have been crystal clear that we will not form a government with the AfD because the AfD is questioning the fundamentals of the Federal Republic of Germany. These people are our enemies and not our competitors.
David McAllister, thank you very much indeed.